WWE Raw is about to kick off live on USA Network. But before we get to the talking about that, I want to remind everybody in the description box the link for the Jake the Snake Roberts petition. Help me get him in the 2014 WWE Royal Rumble. I'll send it to DDP, Jake himself, Scott Hall, or even the WWE, Vince McMahon, if I have to get Jake Roberts in the 2014 WWE Royal Rumble. Really wish he was in the new game, the new 2K14 game coming up, along with DDP, but he could be downloadable content. But Raw's about to kick off, so let's see how the new regime of the new corporation, what they have in plan, what they have in store for the WWE Universe and Daniel Bryan, and how the first Raw in a long time without John Cena, how it will turn out. Plus we got Curtis Axel, the Intercontinental Champion, in a non-title match against CM Punk, and Alberto Del Rio, the World Heavyweight Champion, and what I believe is also a non-title match against the man who presumably is the #1 contender now, RVD. Looks like a good show. Let's see how it turns out. We start out Raw with the Shield, and at ringside, standing guard is the CEO, Triple H, comes to the ring. He says that start the SummerSlam incident where he pedigreed Daniel Bryan, setting up Randy Orton for the title win. That was all business. But what he did at the end of Raw, what Triple H orchestrated at the end of Raw, that was personal for what Bryan did to Triple H's wife Stephanie at the beginning of Raw last week, when he basically just belated Stephanie. But that was Triple H said that was personal. That's what happens when you make things personal, which in his mind is what Daniel Bryan did. He then presents Randy Orton with a new Cadillac Escalade that apparently Triple H bought out of his own pocket. But before Orton can make his way down the aisle to get a good look at his new ride, Daniel Bryan comes out, and they have a verbal back and forth between Triple H and Orton and Daniel Bryan. Well, Triple H ends up setting up a gauntlet match for later tonight. All three members of the Shield against Daniel Bryan. He'll start off with Seth Rollins, then go to Dean Ambrose, and then Roman Reigns will finish it off if they make it that far. But the match with CM Punk and Curtis Axel has had a little bit of a twist added to it. Apparently, the WWE Universe can vote on the stipulation via the new app. Well, not the new app, but the WWE app. They can either choose for Paul Heyman to be banned from ringside, for Paul Heyman to be the referee, or for Paul Heyman to be forced into a match if CM Punk loses. If CM Punk wins, Paul Heyman would be forced to face Punk, I guess, tonight, but in a match. But that's later on tonight. We still got a lot more Raw to go. That actually took up that whole segment with Triple H and Orton and the Shield and Daniel Bryan. Actually took up about 30 minutes of the show almost. But we still got a lot more to go. Two and a half hours more left. So let's get back to see how things turn out. we come back to Raw. The first match of the night is Cody Rhodes versus Fandango. It doesn't go very long before Fandango's music hits for a second time, and but instead of it being Fandango's win, it's The Miz along with Rosa Mendez mocking Fandango's dance entrance, causing a distraction, allowing Cody Rhodes to roll Fandango up for the 1, 2, 3. Fandango tries to get a measure of revenge, but Cody reverses and looks like he's gonna hit Fandango with the crossroads until Damien Sandow, who was on commentary, once in a ring to assist in a double team. This brings The Miz down to the ring to even it up. As the fight breaks out, the man, Mr. Bradley Maddox, your general manager of Raw, comes out and declares that there will be a tag team match. Fandango and Damien Sandow versus Cody and Miz. The man who referred to himself as DJ Bradley Maddox or something like that, sets up the match. After a commercial break, The Miz picks up the win over by hitting Damien Sandow with the skull crushing finale to give himself and Cody Rhodes a win. I love the way they're building this. Cody gets the win over Fandango, who's actually Miz's rival right now. And then in the tag match, instead of making Fandango lose again to Miz this time, we have Miz beating Damien Sandow, who is actually Cody's rival right now. That's old school booking by the game Triple H, who is now pretty much in charge, as his wife Stephanie is head of creative. But I like the booking, but we still got more Raw to come, so let's get back to the show. We go back to Raw, where Christian's interviewed backstage about what he thinks of the new regime in the WWE, which the IWC has referred to as Corporation 2.0, with the McMahons and Randy Orton. Christian brings up the very astute fact that he was one of the few that lived through the original corporation and the McMahon-Helmsley era. So, in his mind, it's sort of a double-edged sword when it comes to commenting on things like this. But apparently Orton was walking backstage and overheard what Christian said, and tonight it'll be Orton versus Christian 1-on-1, which I believe we've seen a couple times in past years on SmackDown. But coming up next is the CM Punk Curtis Axel match. What did the fans vote for? Will it be will Paul Heyman be banned from ringside? Will he be the referee? Or will CM Punk get his hands on Heyman if he beats Curtis Axel? Let's find out how it turns out. The match with CM Punk Curtis Axel ends with Punk hitting the GTS for the win, setting up Heyman to be forced to face Punk 1-on-1. Heyman tried to leave several times, a couple times before the match actually being forced into the ring by Heyman and security. But before Punk could physically do anything to Heyman. Axel came in to with a hit Punk with a low blow from behind. He then put Heyman did pull out a pair of handcuffs, which Axel used to cuff Punk's hands behind his back. Axel then picks up. It looks like Axel and Heyman are gonna have a way with it with Punk until Punk turns around and kicks Axel in the side of the head, knocking him out of the ring. He then chips Heyman and starts to put Heyman in the back until Axel comes back with a chair and hits Punk behind. Axel then gets a kendo stick, hands it to Heyman, and Heyman starts to wail away on Punk while Axel holds him against the ropes. They continue to beat down on the outside of the ring, leaving Punk in a heap on the floor. That's where you're on a commercial break. We come back and they show replay of what happened as Punk was walking to the back, and you could see welts and cuts all over Punk's back. They then continue to the show, going into a Divas match featuring members of the Total Divas TV show. Brie Bella versus Natalia did not last very long as all the Total Divas got involved. The Funkadactyls were out with Natalia, and Nikki and Eva Marie were out with Brie. Brie picks up the win using the X Factor. After the match, AJ comes out and gives one of the best promos I've seen her do in a long time, preaching the truth and just letting the entire cast of Total Divas have a piece of her mind, which I believe was supposed to give her a lot of heel heat, but you could hear the fans were just chanting her name the whole time, as I was bowing to the awesomeness that was AJ Lee on the mic. But coming up next, RVD goes one-on-one with the world champion Alberto Del Rio in a non-title match, which I believe will eventually lead to them signing a world title match at Night of Champions with RVD versus Del Rio. But let's see how RVD does in the non-title match that's coming up next. During the course of the RVD Alberto Del Rio match, they did announce that if RVD wins, or if RVD won the match, that he would get a title match at Night of Champions against Del Rio for the World Championship. Del Rio was about to win with the cross-arm breaker after a very lengthy match that I believe went through a commercial, I'm not sure. But just as Del Rio was about to lock in the cross-arm breaker, Ricardo Rodriguez, who was out with Van Dam, and was actually wearing a RVD t-shirt the whole time. Ricardo got up on the announce table and started doing RVD's finger pose, screaming RVD, which distracted Del Rio, allowing Van Dam to roll him up with the leg scissors roll up maneuver that Van Dam does for the 1-2-3, which means Van Dam is now apparently the #1 contender according to the commentators who said that Brad Maddox made that decision that if Van Dam won, he was the number one contender. Van Dam will face Del Rio in another match for the world title this time at Night of Champions. I kind of saw this coming when Van Dam first came back to WWE at the Royal Rumble. I kind of saw him going for a title, for the world title. Down the line, that was, in my opinion, that was probably a major selling point for Van Dam to come back to WWE, which he will get that opportunity, and will probably, if not this time, he'll probably, if he doesn't win this time at Night of Champions, he'll probably get another match where he'll actually win it. But Van Dam picks up the win, but we still got more Raw to go, so let's see how Monday night ends. Randy Orton beats Christian in a very hard fought match that seemed to go on forever, but Orton picks up the win by poking Christian in the eye when the referee had his back turned, setting up the RKO for the 1, 2, 3. After the match was over, Daniel Bryan comes on the screen and reveals that Randy Orton now has, instead of a Ford Escalade, Randy Orton now has a Ford Escalade, as Daniel Bryan had spray painted the face of the WWE's new corporate gift with yes, he spray painted the word yes all over the car, and led the WWE Universe in the yes chant as we went to a commercial break with Randy Orton looking distraught in the middle of the ring. We got about 30 some odd minutes left on Raw. How will the new face of the WWE and the corporate machine behind him, how will they react to this vandalism by Daniel Bryan? Let's find out. We come back to Raw where Triple H and Randy Orton are checking out what Daniel Bryan did to the Ford Escalade, as Brad Maddox tries to explain that the WWE Universe seemed to actually enjoy what Bryan did, as well as the other members of the WWE roster, at least some of them. Triple H says that that car was his personal property that he gave to Randy Orton, and the WWE Championship, he considers it his personal property, which Randy Orton carries, and nobody, in his words, messes with his personal property. So tonight, when Daniel Bryan faces the Shield in the Gauntlet match main event, Triple H wants the entire WWE roster to stand on the stage and watch what happens to Daniel Bryan. He also says that if anyone gets involved or looks sideways at the match, that they will be fired. So it should be interesting to see how the main event turns out. But before that, after Triple H, after that backstage segment, we got another match with the 5-time players. This time, Titus O'Neil went one-on-one with Jack Swagger of the Real Americans, I believe. It was either SmackDown or last Monday that Dylan Young got a win over Antonio Cesaro. Yeah, that was on Friday, because I believe the Real Americans also lost to the 5-time players on Monday in a tag match. So the part-time players seem to be on a roll, at least against the real Americans. But we still got the main event to come. Plus about 20 some odd minutes left on Raw. So let's see how it ends. Before the main event match, they showed backstage Brad Maddox made a match under some sort of duress by CM Punk. Well, Night of Champions, it will be Intercontinental Champion Curtis Axel and Paul Heyman in a handicap elimination match against CM Punk. We didn't go to the main event. The Shield versus Daniel Bryan in the Gauntlet match. Daniel Bryan has an amazing match with Seth Rollins. Well, he actually beats him with a German suplex off the top rope for the 1-2-3. Dean Ambrose then runs in and gets caught in the no lock, which was broken up by Roman Reigns, causing a disqualification. Reigns then gets caught in the same move and is saved by Dean Ambrose, causing the second disqualification, which technically means Daniel Bryan won the match. But he gets beat down afterwards by the Shield, leading to Triple H coming out and giving his blessing for the new face of the company, Randy Orton, to go into the ring and hit a RKO with the help of the Shield, who were basically holding Daniel Bryan in position while the rest of the WWE watched on. Daniel Bryan was left in the ring as Orton walked back up the ramp with Triple H as they parted the Red Sea of the WWE Universe and walked backstage, leaving the Shield in the ring, standing over Daniel Bryan to end Raw. A very good Raw tonight. The whole corporation deal is really getting over, and they really have shown a lot of dominance. Daniel Bryan made it look like the ultimate underdog, but that's all for tonight. Like, comment, and subscribe. Check out that link in the description to the petition to get Jake Roberts in the Royal Rumble. And that's all, and I'm out.